we talked about first and foremost for the leaders was changing our connection points and when we could do that so that it looks a little bit smoother. So leaders, we talked about if we're indicating by 2, that's generally when we want to start indicating a hand change. We actually want to change in compression because they are actually, our follow is closer to us, so it doesn't look like we're chasing them down. So for example, if I wanted to change like from my left to my right, I might actually step out of the slot and go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. I can change as we're going into compression. I can also change as we anchor. If we anchor, you guys have to have a very, very clear post, and you can't let line out as you create that post. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, and 4, trade, 5, and 6, right? Don't go 3 and 4, 5, and 6, okay? Bad kind of like look for all of us all around. The next part that we talked about for leaders was doing some optional footwork, generally using like a triple or anchor replacement that was check and cross. So if we came off of 1, 2, 3, and 4, we went check and cross. So that action would be right, left, right. And we're actually gonna end up crossed over. And we need to lead back with our left for our next pattern. So we would have to do a syncopated action. So we would have to go 1, 2, and then finish our right side pass, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. We also had where we can draw out our check and almost go to like a swivel and cross. That was more for like more legato music. So we just did 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. If it's slower and more legato, we might go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Oh, I'm sorry, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2. On that, we use our angles as we step, we turn, we swivel, change, and then cross. And then same thing, we come out of it with our right side pass. For our follows, we did something very similar on our anchor. We ended up also doing a check and cross, but there was also an option to go just straight to the cross without the syncopated. So as we walked forward, we went 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here, we went check and cross. Remember when we cross, if we stay squared up, straight down the line, our styling off of this, whether it be a flick or just a walkout or our like kind of like our heel hook and go, if we stay squared up to the slot, it's a lot less dramatic. So if we go check and cross and stay wound up, where your foot is almost like a prep, like you're about to turn, you get a more dramatic effect, okay? If you do the syncopation, you guys will only be responsible for 6 and 1. So if we came here 4, it would be 5 and 6 and 1, right? So the action of the flick or that kind of sexy walk or the heel hook is quicker. Now, if you guys felt like you wanted to just go right to the cross, you're gonna be responsible for more time. So that will be drawn out and that could look like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now you're responsible for 5 and 6 and 1. So it'd be and 5 and 6 and 1, 2, right? You gotta fill that space. The other times you would want to do it too is like that super fast blues, that will give you guys some time to breathe, right? Because if it's a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, 1, a 2, 1, a 2, and 1, a 2, it gives you guys some like time to just be like, okay, let's get crazy again, right? So you guys can actually slow down the action or you guys can lengthen out that action with that, okay? So your two options facing this way follows 1, 2, 3, and 4, check and cross, and we have flick, we have just a walk, like a delayed or drawn out walk, or a heel hook and go. Your second option was 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2, or 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2, or 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2. Cool? Good job, guys.